Okay, my next agronomy questions is on wet greens, frozen greens. What's my thoughts on that? And I've had questions coming in already, so please keep them coming. I'll start doing these short videos to give you my thoughts on this. Well, on wet greens, I feel, and someone said, when they're cutting grass and it's on frozen ground, you're doing less damage then than when you're trying to cut it when it's saturated. So that's my opinion on wet greens as well. I feel that your damage will be far greater on wet greens than it will on frozen greens. On frozen greens, that's a big subject. To me, there's no solid data. There is data on the root shearing, but I don't visually see that on the ground. However, what I do see is that if you leave it on frozen greens for a period of time, you do get a lot of wear, a lot of loss of soil density around the hole. So that's something to bear in mind. It all depends to me on how well your grass is going into that period. If your grass is very good vigor, strong, I think you'll get through that frosty period very well. If your sward is a bit weak, then I feel that you should protect that. And my opinion, my recommendation would be get your approaches spot on, get them tight. I have many approaches kind of 5.5, 6 mil. So if you do need to use, we all hate temporary greens. If you do need to use frost greens, then that is absolutely perfect for that. On wet greens, yes, that's a challenge. Again, it's all to do with sward density, vigor, strength. If your grass is good, it can handle wet greens. If your grass is struggling, if you're in an enclosed, dark and dingy area, then you should look to protect that. But again, my recommendation would be get your approaches absolutely mint. Then when you go on there, your kickback for if you do need to rest it for a certain period will be far less.